So welcome to this demo of the Project Open Customer Portal, which we have developed in a crowdfunding approach, mainly organized by Marco Sevoli. So thanks goes to Marco, and thanks go all the companies that have provided funding for this project. So in order to give you this demo, I did a couple of preparations here. I'm doing this demo, right here without a script and nothing. So it is not intended to be a marketing instrument or whatsoever. It simply should give you a quick overview about the features that are provided by this new module. So what we can see here on the screen, I have opened my Google browser, my Chrome browser, and we see that I'm logged in as Michael Swimmer. Michael Swimmer is a client, and he sees on his homepage two new portlets that are now Ajax portlets. You probably see the difference here. We have on the left side a list of RFQs. We have on the right side a list of all financial documents. This portlet now works with paging and shows only 50 documents at a time. So let's start and have Michael creating a new RFQ. So therefore he either clicks on this button or goes to straight request for quote. And we will see here that the amount of information that is necessary in order to inquire for a quote is quite limited. So we kept it to a minimum. All what we require is a document, is a file that will be uploaded. A delivery date can be picked from that calendar picker here. Now I need a source language. Let's say this is German, and a target language, which should be English. You will also see I can choose more than one target language and basically delete it afterwards. So uploading file, uploads the file, and we see we have two new elements on this screen now. We see here in a box all the files that have been uploaded already for this RFQ, and then I can provide a couple of comments before I finally send this request. So I have two possibilities right now: either upload additional files or send this request only with this one file that I have just uploaded. So we want to do that for demonstration purposes. Keep it quite simple. So as soon as the RFQ has been requested, we see it showing up in this list of RFQs, and the status, as we see, is at this point inquiring. So let's see how it looks like for a project manager. I'm switching to a different browser where I am logged in as Michael Miller. Michael Miller is a project manager. He also has a list of RFQs that obviously shows the RFQs from all of his clients. In opposite to the RFQ element we see here on the client side, that clearly only lists the RFQ for this particular client. So back to our Firefox browser, and now what else do we see? We see in our home workflow inbox a new element, a new task that needs to be finished, and the task is called create quote. By clicking on this button, I am getting to a workflow panel. Those of you who have worked before with workflows know the structure of such workflow panels. So they're always organized in the same way. They are structured equally no matter what workflow you are using. We have on the left side additional information about this task that is usually required in order to fulfill the task. We have on the right side, we have an action panel, and we have below here a workflow journal that provides us with information on this particular workflow instance. So I can see who created this workflow, at what date, at what time, and so this is information available in this journal component. We also see that we went straight into the edit mode. So Michael Miller has been a project manager. New RFQs are getting assigned to project managers. So what he can do right now is he can confirm that he has created this quote. In order to do so, he opens up this project and he creates the quote as he does it usually by adding here the number of words and then going to the Finance tab and creating a new quote from translation tasks. So getting into this wizard, only have one task. We know that usually we have reference prices showing up in this demo server. This is not the case. So I added manually, create that quote, and then go back to our workflow panel and do confirm the creation of the quote by clicking Task Done. So let's see what changed here in the view. We see that the item does not appear anymore in the home workflow inbox. And let's go back to our client, Michael Swimmer, and let's see what happens when he is refreshing his screen. So we see now that the status is still inquiring. I gotta change that with the next version. But we see now that there's a quote that he can look at. I open this quote in a new browser tab, and it looks like this. It had been created based on a template that had been either defined with the customer or the project. And from right out of the panel, the user can now either accept or reject the task. So let's say he is accepting this task. He gets a message, thanks for your order, and usually this RFQ then should disappear from the list. Let's do a refresh. Okay, that is the case now, and we can see that the project is now showing up in the regular project portlet here on his home page. Let's go back to Michael Miller and refresh his page. Michael now has received an email notification about this workflow step, so he knows that the client has accepted this project, and he also gets this very project here in his list of projects. So, and he can take it from here and continue executing his translation project. So let's have a quickly look at this new portlet we also provide to our customers. Is a portlet that is listing all the financial documents that have been created for his clients, with the most recent one on top of the list. And we see also here that we have this paging functionality that allows you to browse all documents that had been created during this client relationship. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you like what you have seen. Goodbye.